Hi everybody, it's Good Diva of the East, and I just wanted to check in and say hi to everybody. And I am a day out, day before surgery. This is my last day of being non-sleeved, and I'm nervous and I'm excited. I'm barely awake, actually. I just felt like I needed to remind myself of, what my mornings are like and how I feel in the mornings. If you've heard any of my previous videos, you know that I have rheumatoid arthritis. Excuse me. And getting up in the morning is really challenging for me. I'm off all of my rheumatoid arthritis medicines and I'm in a lot of pain. And I'm worried about how my pain is going to be controlled after surgery, because I'm not allowed to go back on the medication that I've been on, and so I don't know how we're gonna manage this pain, because it sucks. So I have some concerns about that, and I've not been taking the methotrexate up until now. It's just something that we've just not needed to do. My RA numbers have been controlled largely by the medicines that I've been on, which is, excuse me, a mild form of antibiotic included with an NSAID called sulfasalazine, and because it's an aspirin product, of course, I couldn't take it for the final week before surgery. Can you believe I'm in this bad a shape, and it's only been a week since I've been off that medicine? It's unbelievable. So at least it's fast acting and it gets out of your body pretty quickly. Excuse me. Okay, anyway, all that stuff is out of the way. So today I'm liquids only. And I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about that. Excuse me, I really am just waking up. How I was going to feel about, being on liquids only. I was thinking about St. Michael's, because the surgeon at St. Michael's wanted me on a 3-week liquid diet. I would have failed miserably at that, I think. I don't know. Maybe they tell you to do it, but they don't really expect you to comply with it. I'm not really sure. But I remember Dr. Schroep saying she only needs 1 day of liquids for my, everything to go to where it needs to be. So I'm going to have, 2 or 3 protein shakes today and a lot of water. I want to really, really hydrate. Because I know that I'm a very, very hard person to get an IV into. I mean, you can't get a quick snack if you were Dracula on me. There's everybody struggles to get blood, to give me a shot. It's just ridiculous. I have tortuous veins, so what happens is they'll put a little needle in, to try and get a vein, and that vein will either slip out from under the needle, or they'll push right through both sides and not be able to get the blood, because of course, then they're not in the vein anymore. So anyway, so alright, so whatever, that doesn't matter. So what do I want to talk about today? I think what I want to talk about is how nervous I am about what the changes will be when I get back home. It's funny that I've had a lot of people that have had this surgery, and not everybody has had the same experience post-operatively. Some people have had, well, I don't know anybody that's had it, but, of course the internet provides a lot of information. And I also don't know how much of it is relevant to me, because different people have different experiences, and different people's pain tolerance and knowledge of surgery and experience with surgery plays a part in their response post-operatively. So anyway, I'm trying very hard not to let the bad experiences that I've heard about influence me and make me feel like that's going to be my experience. Yeah, so I don't feel nervous about the surgery. I trust my surgeon. I think she's going to be great. Oh, excuse me. If I'm this tired at 10 o'clock in the morning, imagine me at 4:30. I have to be at the hospital tomorrow at 6:25. Anyway, so I'm nervous about whether or not I'll know how to drink without taking in too much air. That sounds really stupid. But, I'm kind of a gulper. Like, I tend to take big volumes of water in my mouth when I'm drinking, and because, I don't know, I just have always had liquids that way, and I know I'm not going to be able to post-operatively. And I have tried to, like, you know, be aware of what a small sip feels like, but it's almost like I'm going to have to retrain myself. And I know that I'm going to have to use, like, a medicine cup. They encourage you to get, like, one of those little medicine cups so that you learn how to drink, you know, an ounce or 2 ounces every 30 minutes or something like that, so that you learn what it means to drink that way. Well, especially when you're healing. You know, your stomach needs time to heal, and that staple line. You know, the skin needs to adhere, you know, to itself through and around that. Anyway, so that's my primary concern, actually. I've been making cat food and dog food like a maniac. For those of you who make cat food and dog food for your animals, you know, it can be labor intensive. Oh, excuse me. And I wanted to make sure that I made enough that, you know, I don't know, I'm always prepared for the worst. I don't really expect it, but it's like I want to be prepared just in case something goes wrong. So if something were to happen and, you know, I had to be in the hospital longer than normal, my cats would have a way to eat. My dog would have a way to eat. You know, the way they're supposed to eat, so that there's no gastric upset in my house. I'm already going to have gastric upset. One person is enough. So, anyway, so I've been, like, on a cleaning craze, and a dog and cat food making craze, and yeah, I've been focused on making sure that everything here is done, so that when I come home from surgery, all I have to focus on is myself. So how's that for self-centeredness? Yeah, pretty intense. I just don't want to be, I just don't want my focus taken away from what I need to focus on to change my habits. And you know, they're creatures of habit, so they have to stay the same while I change. Gosh, that's pretty an interesting way to look at things. Other things are going to stay the same, but I'm going to be the thing changing. And maybe I'm not usually aware of that or something. So maybe that's what I needed to say to myself today in this journal. That must be where it came from. Okay, so I feel like I've, you know, like I'm ready to go. I mean, I've done everything I need to do, and I've prepped myself as much as I can for what's going to be. I won't really know what it is until I'm there. So I'll see you from the hospital, or when I get back. I'll try to post from the hospital, but I don't know how it'll go. Okay, good luck everybody. I'm Good Diva of the East. See you later.